Jace, Jessica, and Friends, episode 50. So long, Sullivan. Or, so long, Sullivan! Got an exclamation mark, so I can't tell. Just a reminder, this is not the season finale. I just figured I'd throw that in there while we can. Before I forget. Well, this is the end of my mini arc. How does everyone else's mini arc end? They get a nice happy ending. Well, okay, not everyone else's actually, so I shouldn't say that. I was about to be like, why do I get thrown out? But then again, one person was literally basically kicked out on a bus.
Come in.
This is the last place Jess
When
mentioned when we were at Jason.
I talked over the phone with the landlord for a scheduled apartment walkthrough at 2 o'clock.
Yes, the landlord gave me that notice. You're right on time. I'm Dana, property manager of Valley Heights apartment complex. Welcome. I see that you have also brought along some company.
Yes, I have. This is my girlfriend Jessica K. and two very good friends of ours, Carly Haven and James Sullivan. James is the one interested in the apartment you have available for
No,
him.
I'm not, but
we are
anyway.
Trying to find a new place for him before he's due for eviction on the 28th of this month.
And we're running out of time. So this is kind of our last potential shot.
I see. Well, I am sure we could get your friend James moved into the available apartment space by the 28th, if he is interested, as I'm sure you've heard we offer our apartments to potential tenants on the spot.
He isn't, but he's out of choices.
Although that's usually because I am well acquainted with and have a strong personal relationship with the landlord who owns the Valley Heights apartment property.
James needs this apartment badly. I'm sure he'd be the tenant you're looking for.
Please
Let's
tell
see
me the
how things
landlord is
go,
the guy from
and then we can
Spider-Man
proceed
3.
from
Give
there.
me rent.
Before we check out the apartment, my friend Jace here told me you have another client interested in the apartment. If it's a guy by the name of Paxton LaBarge, I will do everything I can to convince you that I really need this apartment more than he does.
I called it. I called it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Sullivan. I've never heard of a Paxton LaBarge before.
Not gonna lie, when that came up, that literally was my first guess.
If everyone would please follow me upstairs, I'll show you the apartment space
But
that we have available
okay,
that's up
I guess
for
I'm being
grabs.
paranoid. But if it's not Paxton, literally,
Right
who
here
could it be?
is the main living room area of the apartment. Doesn't really look that fancy when you don't have a whole lot to look at and admire. However, the living room does give you a very nice view of the outside.
But next door is a dump.
Hey, do any of you smell something?
I was just about to say
I was
the
kidding
same
about the
thing.
dump joke.
What is that smell?
Oh my, I am so sorry for that. I thought that problem was taken care of.
Problem?
My last tenants of this apartment had a bad habit of drug use.
Oh, jeez.
Valley Heights does not tolerate any drug or smoking usage, under any circumstances.
Why don't do either?
Drugs
So,
especially.
fine.
If you get caught doing drug usage in any of the apartments here on this property, you are automatically evicted on the spot, which ultimately is the reason my last tenants did not last here that long.
Great.
Well, obviously, someone didn't do a good job getting rid of that smell.
Yeah, I don't know who from building maintenance messed up badly, since they are responsible for keeping the empty apartments clean, but I will make sure the problem is taken care of.
Does that mean I
So
can get drug
besides
busted even
apartments
though I
that
don't
can
have
be
drugs just because
clean
the
at
place
times
smells
if
bad?
people do their jobs
Ugh.
correctly. How do the other tenants like it here?
Many of the other tenants in the building love Valley Heights. Affordable rent, close by to neighborhoods, some of which even have their families living in, there is just so much they love about this place. And of course, I have my personal favorite tenants of everyone who lives here. I think that has to go to two of my newest tenants who just moved into an apartment just
Who,
down
the
the
gay
hall.
couple?
What are their names?
Heather Lee and
What?
Evelyn Vale.
What are,
They are twin sisters. If you would like to meet them, they're just a few
what are they
doors
doing
down,
here?
in apartment 220.
Didn't they, like, move or something so they couldn't be in the band anymore?
Please excuse me and Jessica for a moment, you two.
We have some serious talking to do. It is them. Also, I kind of forgot the fact they were twins. I guess I'm kind of used to this,
yeah,
you know,
he is so
stereotypical thing where twins look
I wish I
exactly
was
the
in his
gosh
arms.
darn same.
Do not tell me you are still looking at pictures of that
Yeah.
poor hunky lifeguard from Tyndale Tide.
He has a name, you know. It's Samir.
Samir isn't even in
know
this
that he's
episode, he's
already
still getting
taken,
all the
right?
ladies.
He already has a woman in his life, and they seem really happy together.
I know. I'm jealous. I wish I was Samir's girlfriend instead. We'd make such a
Samir is a
perfect
lady killer.
Try not to stare too long at this Samir guy. The next time we go to Tyndale Tide this summer.
Oy. You break rules,
I
you
wonder
pay
who that
price.
could be.
But you like
We're not
Samir,
expecting any
that's
company.
free.
couple. If it's that creep
That
from
sounded better in my head.
downstairs, tell him to leave, or I'll send my heel right into his ass.
I'm not that creepy. I like how the music just cuts out, like game time
Hello there,
over.
Heatherly.
Jace? Jessica? What are you two doing here?
We could ask you and Amberlynn the same
Yeah.
thing. When were you two going to tell us about? Well, this.
Heatherly, what's going
You
on?
can't hear?
Jace and Jessica just showed up at our door.
May we come in? Jessica and I would like to talk.
You got some splaining to do.
Alright, you two. You both have some serious explaining
Yeah.
to do. You two said you couldn't find an affordable apartment in Tyndale Valley, and were moving to Wilford Heights because you said that there was an affordable apartment up there with
You lied.
Is there something we missed? Because right now, all this comes down to is that you two lied.
And for that, me and Heatherly are sorry. But we swear to you both that that little lie was not intentional.
What do you mean?
Amberlynn is right. Let us explain what happened.
Okay.
Okay, then you start this off, giving your best explanation to us about this whole thing.
We were
Heatherly.
attacked by aliens.
Both myself and Amberlynn were going to be moving to Wilford Heights, just like we originally planned, back when we told you guys and Julie at the news this last
Okay.
March. But then, while we were out getting coffee at the mall, the coffee shop owner went out of their way to recommend this place to us.
We followed the proper procedures, talked to the landlord, and then Heatherly and I set up a time and date that we could meet the property manager and see if she could offer us an apartment space.
And the property manager in question happened to be Dana.
You know her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually with James and Carly right now. But as for why, well, that's a story me and Jeff will have to go into detail about later.
Just catch up
right
with
after
Beyond.
you two finish telling us the truth.
Well, picking up where Amberlynn left off, we did meet up with Dana. Then, we asked her if there was an apartment space in the Valley Heights apartment complex that was available that she could offer to us. One that was within both of our budget range, and big enough for the two of us.
And then, as if by fate, Dana told us that we were in luck, and she offered to give us a lease agreement for this apartment that we are all
And
in
you
now.
didn't tell us this?
Why didn't you two tell me and Jace, or even Juliet, about your new apartment right here in town?
There's absolutely zero excuse why we didn't tell you guys, or Juliet. And then for you guys to tell some of the others that me and Amberlynn were moving to Wilford Heights, and then it ends up not being true at all. That also makes both of us very sorry and disappointed in ourselves for any trouble we caused when we didn't mean to.
Yeah, we are both very sorry. Me and Heatherly promise to try harder next time, so that this doesn't happen again.
Huh.
We'll hold you both to that.
We also accept your
Technically, they
apologies.
didn't lie
We are,
intentionally.
after all,
Yeah.
good friends.
I
Thank
wonder
you
what happened with
guys.
the Heights then. Why even bring that up? Well, excuse to get him out of the episode, but still like, weird. Oh. Hey, we're all still together,
Carly.
I guess?
Apologies that we
So
took
now
so long.
the band's gonna be awkward.
That's all right.
I guess they're
I
out
know
though.
how much you two wanted to talk to Heatherly and Amberlynn. And for good reason. James and I looked around the rest of the apartment with Dana while you guys were out. It went pretty well. Now James and Dana are over there, talking to each other. It's mainly about if James is willing to sign a lease agreement, so he can rent out the apartment space. I honestly thought they were going to do it downstairs in Dana's office the moment we got done. But I was wrong.
We're already here, might as well talk about it.
Well, James, what's the end result?
Having talked things over with Dana, I've decided that I'm going to be signing a lease agreement. I'm going to be moving into this apartment space.
So, it's official then.
Pretty much. We're going to head back down to Dana's office so I can sign the lease agreement. Then we can head home. And as soon as we get home, I'm going to start packing right away. so we can get me moved in here in time before my eviction date.
Let's hope you're right,
Yeah.
man. The three of us will chip in and help you out with the packing.
Thank
Odds
you,
are down that
Jace.
we'll run into the other tenant.
Well, everyone,
Or
shall we
person
head
who was
back
trying to get the
downstairs to my
space.
office?
Yeah. Let's get going.
And now May 28th, so never mind, that's not happening. Joke's on you, we're in June. Although this will probably upload May 28th, now that I think about it. It was nice knowing me. Wait.
You know, when you offered me to be your roommate, I thought we'd have an understanding of sorts.
James, you might wanna
And then I promised to react to this later.
watch where you're going.
Look who's here.
Jessica.
Jace.
And some guy with black hair.
That's me!
The name happens to be James. James Sullivan.
James, I think it's better that you stay here.
Hey, no fair. Why do you guys get to have all the fun while I'm stuck here at home? Do you really want me to be bored as fuck?
Yes.
I still don't know why that cracked me the hell up. It just did.
We're just joking, man. You can come with.
I still think there could be one episode where James is left alone by himself partying or something. Like as a prequel episode or a flashback or something. I don't know. Wouldn't make sense, but if you need a filler episode.
James.
Oh, Carly. It's just you. Don't sneak up on me
Tuh.
like that.
I'm sorry. I
How do
didn't
you
mean to
sneak up on me
spook
when
you.
I'm staring you in the face?
How are you holding
I'm
up?
not.
I know how nerve-wracking today has been.
Well, yeah. I think that's pretty obvious. I'll be honest. I'm not holding up all that great. Today is the day I have to leave the house, and I am not thrilled about it.
Yeah.
So, did you guys already find someone to replace me?
Okay, James, two things. First, we actually have found a potential someone. Or at the very least, Jace might have.
Probably the guy who was going to take
And second,
my
don't
place in
think
the
of leaving
apartment.
the house as being replaced. Think of it as starting a new chapter for
I'm being
yourself.
rid off the show!
A fresh
No,
start
I'm not.
To really get yourself going, especially with independence. Trust me, I know what it's like having to move on, and how difficult it may be. Jace and Jessica know the feeling too.
Carly's right, James.
Yeah.
But I'm being canceled from your show! No. I'm going to stop at that joke now.
Things just won't be the same without you around in the house,
They'll be
man.
productive.
This is just as hard for us letting go of having you be our roommate, as it
Then
is
don't
for
evict me!
having to leave the house.
No, that's not an option.
Well, everything else I've got is all packed, so I guess this is it. Time for me to get going to my new apartment.
Not yet, man. You ain't leaving without a hug. A group hug at that, from us.
Then bring it in. All of you.
It's good enough.
Come visit us anytime you want to, man.
I will. That's a promise. Oh, and hey Carly. Keep Jace and Jessica close to you, no matter what.
And keep practicing that Dolce deck.
I will. You have my word.
Goodbye, you guys. Take care.
Bye, James.
Bye, James.
Goodbye, James.
And we never saw him again. No.
Babe? James will be
Now
fine.
Jace is flashing
I
back to
know.
the good times.
I just wish he didn't have to get evicted.
We all did our best doing what we could to help him.
He's in a better place,
And
thanks
you
to
said it
you.
yourself. He's always welcome back anytime. It's okay to feel sad for now, but time will heal those wounds.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Love.
And that's the end of the episode. Save who the other person was and the other guy, and the guy who's going to take my place. Well, not replace me, but, you know, be the new member of the house for another episode. Makes sense. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get to see who the other person was. Or maybe I did guess right with it being Paxton and he's had to change at the last minute. But yeah, that's a depressing ending, but that's what had to be done. My first story arc in Beyond. Kicked me the fuck out of the house. But I'm not being written off the show. It just, I have my own life now. Nice to know that a fake version of me is more successful in life than me in real life. Oh, okay. Fake me has a house of his own. Real me is still living with his parents. Oh, Christ. Now I'm depressed. That was a sad ending, though, but it was inevitable. Fortunately, there's no get out of jail free card. There's no way this ends to be like, okay, James, you're not leaving. We'll forgive all this, you know, not paying rent and all that jazz. No. It's not acceptable. And odds are if you let it slide, I just think that you could keep letting it happen. Plus with me crossing the line with Mimi and all that jazz. I mean, Mimi was not the sole reason I was expelled, but it wasn't helping the case. Let's be real here. I don't blame Mimi for anything. I'm just honored to have friends that were able to help me through this time and still there on my side. They weren't happy with this, but they were still happy to help. And I wonder what's going to happen with the twins now. They've essentially been kicked off the band now, unless we're going to have another Five Freedoms reunion thing and redo the band again. Because I feel like the only plots we've been having with the band is band breaks up and or band reforms. Because those are the only plots you can do with the band, evidently. Oy. I don't know, I've never been in a band, IRL. I don't know. So long, Sullivan. This is more of a, though, until we meet again, rather than a goodbye. I just like to think of it that way. Hey. Probably save the who it was for another time. And who knows, maybe I'll talk to twins at some point. And we could have our own, like, episode thing where I just talk to the twins. I don't know. It could happen. What if Samir's also the roommate and he's like the quirky friend? I don't know, I'm thinking of like a spin-off sitcom series with just me, the twins, and Samir. I don't know, my brain goes to weird places. My brain does not like to be depressed. Okay, that's a lie. It likes making me depressed, but I'm trying to fight it. Anyway, I'm going off topic about all this. Well, then again, that's what I do for a living. But anyway. It's sad to see me go. I liked this fake version of me more than I like the actual me. That's a joke. Because I can't be serious. I'm immature. Anyway. Yeah. This was a fun... Well, it wasn't a fun episode. It was not a fun episode. But it was a very tragic episode. But that's what happens sometimes. What can you do? And this is not the season finale. I should say that again. Even though a majority of season finales, okay, not a majority, but a few season finales have ended on a depressing note. So, you know. I mean, one season finale ended with them leaving on a bus. Another one was, I was raped by my father. Oy. Although one of them was, happy birthday. So, they're not all negative. I don't know. Then again, I don't think that was a season finale. My catchphrase should be, then again, and anyway. But, yeah. I'm rambling. As per usual. It's sad to see me go, and this will be the last episode I react to ever again because I've been kicked off the series, so it's not worth watching anymore. That's a lie. I'm an asshole. And that's why I've been evicted. I don't know. I'm done. I was like, wait. You guys have a life. I'll see ya. Bye.